criminal law and introduction to criminal law अस्ति पढाउँदा अलिकति due to cause of some physical weakness that I had discontinued class and now I am supposed to teach criminal law. And one of the most important branch of public law is criminal law, as I said, and criminal law is considered to be most important law. Why? Because to regulate the behavior of individual and to maintain the public order and decency, as well as to social order in the society, as well as to maintain tranquility in the society. This law, criminal law, is remains very important. So simply you would try to inquire yourself, what is criminal law? Is criminal law is that sets of law, or criminal law is that rules which prescribe about the conduct of human being, and it gives the sets that which are injurious to society or injurious to state, then it prohibits such action, because criminal law give you such guideline that you are not to break the laws enacted by the state. र के हो भने क्रिमिनल ल भन्ने चाहिँ यस्तो चीज हो कि जो चाहिँ पार्लियामेन्टको एउटा अधिकार क्षेत्रभित्र पार्लियामेन्ट जो जननिर्वाचित संसद हुन्छ त्यो जननिर्वाचित संसदले नै एउटा चाहिँ तपाईको चाहिँ क्रिमिनल ल राज्यको क्रिमिनल ललाई चाहिँ तपाईको चाहिँ एउटा इनेक्ट गर्ने गरे हुन्छ। र क्रिमिनल ल भन्ने कुरा वास्तवमा अहिले पनि यो नै क्रिमिनल ल हो, यति नै क्रिमिनल ल भित्रका यति नै कानुनहरू छन्, यो नै लले चाहिँ क्रिमिनल ललाई चाहिँ रिफ्लेक्ट गर्छ भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ धेरै एउटा सेटहरू छन्। जस्तो एन्टी मनी लन्डरिङ एक्ट भन्ने 2064 हामीले पढाएको थियौँ, अनि के अरे त्यस पछाडि तपाईँले चाहिँ एउटा नार्कोटिक ड्रग कन्ट्रोल एक्ट 2033 भन्ने हामीले पढाएको थियौँ। धेरै ऐनहरू अहिले चाहिँ के छ भन्दा नेपालमा चाहिँ नेसनल क्रिमिनल कोड एक्ट 2074 इनेक्टेड भएपछि धेरै संहिताबद्ध र अल आर कोडिफाइड एन्ड अल हेभ बीन ब्रट अन्डर द वान फ्रेमवर्क अफ नेसनल क्रिमिनल कोड। र यसरी क्रिमिनल ल भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ क्रिमिनल ल चाहिँ एउटा समाजको चाहिँ अवांछित तत्त्व, समथिङ विच आर अनटुवर्ड्स एलिमेन्ट्स अफ द सोसाइटी विच डिस्टर्ब्स the people's prosperity, people's security. This untoward action is to be checked. That's why this criminal law is enacted by the state. र अनि अरु कुरा क्रिमिनल ल चाहिँ के छ भन्दा फेरि तपाईको चाहिँ एउटा यस्तो खालको चरित्रको हुन्छ कि जुन क्रिमिनल लले चाहिँ क्रिमिनल लको इनेक्ट नगर्दा फेरि त्यसले गर्दा इनेक्टेड नगर्दा फेरि समाजमा के हुन्छ भन्दा फेरि चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ इफ देयर इज नो क्रिमिनल ल then there would be suddenly the jungle raj, there would prevail over the strongest would prevail over the weakest. That's why criminal law would equally be administered in this aspect, that criminal law, what we say, that criminal law is governed by the rules, others right. Two things are there. It is not only right, there is one saying in Greek proverb, Latin proverb, that use radium, use jus radium, something like there is remedy also, criminal remedies is also, and criminal justice is also there. And criminal justice means someone who have been inflicted by the cause of the criminals, then the wrongdoers should be punished and the state should administer criminal justice, because that wrongdoer should come under the punitive action of the government. Or the states would give punishment to wrongdoer. That's why this criminal laws enacted is to maintain, as I said, that public order in the society. Public order means it's something सार्वजनिक अमन चयन कायम गराउनु पर्ने हुन्छ राज्यले। त्यो उनीहरूले चाहिँ रङडुअरलाई जहिले पनि के गर्नुपर्छ भने रङडुअरलाई जहिले पनि राज्यले चाहिँ पनिश गर्छ। र अनि दुईटा कुरा छ, क्रिमिनल ल क्राइम भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ इट इज भेरी डिफिकल्ट टु डिफाइन क्राइम, but it depends on the countries to country. It depends on the countries to country, that in one crime may not be crime for other country, and other countries crime may not be crime in one country. It depends on the geography to geography, and time to time, and place to place also it differs. That's why criminal law, crime is something which is prohibitory action, or something which have been prohibited or which has been restricted. If anything is done, that is called criminal, that is called crime. And criminal law is law related to crime. Means sometimes criminal law is defined as the law of crime. Which are the crime and how the nation would administer its justice, or fair and impartial justice, criminal justice. It's up to the court. Court means it's a third wing of the government. That court is always invested its judicial power, or its judicial as well as its corrective power. Okay, it is the correction, criminal laws to be corrected, criminal act to be corrected, or the person who has violated the norms of the crime, he would undergo incarceration, or he would be imprisoned, or he would have to pay the fine and punishment. In this regard, what I would like to tell you that criminal generally safeguards the injured party from the criminal behavior. Okay, safeguard criminal behavior, because your body, since you as a human being, your life is secured by the state. That's why you have this right that your physical body is inviolable, your personality is inviolable, because nobody can attack to your personalities. Even in your living time, even after death also, it is, you have certain right that your personality is secured by the state. That's why it's all are the criminal act which the special country's law prescribe that violation of these things or commission of these things, this remains crime. Like sometime you see in Nepal before 1920 and before 1924, you see two powerful acts were enacted by Chandra Shamsher Rana. That was Anti-Slavery Act. Slavery was outlawed in 1920, and in 1924, and in 1920 sati was outlawed. It was outlawed because state outlawed that nobody should be sent to sati, or nobody can make any was bonded slavery, bonded labor, or any slave. Okay, that's why by the time that once upon a time crime may change to the common act, and once upon a time common act may change to crime. Tarapani, one of the fundamental principle of criminal law is that you cannot make retrospective law, means, or ex post facto law, means after the fact something like after the fact. Retrospective means that if anything was not crime under the existing law, but later the law was made and the previous act was criminalized, it is restricted by criminal law. And other thing is that why I was asked in LLM, when I was asking for preparation for entrance, then crime dies away along with the criminal. Okay, one of the principle of criminal law is that crime dies away along with the criminal. Whatever the heinous crime you committed to your lifetime, you killed, you massacred, or you you killed, and you committed homicide, you committed theft. But like civil suits, like civil liabilities, unlike civil liabilities, criminal liabilities is ended while your whole personality is gone, is surrendered in your crematorium. Along with your cremation of your dead body, then crime would die, would end. Like that, it is the some instances of like in Greek period, one great poet named Sophocles wrote what his books was Antigone. Antigone's, what it reflect that Antigone brothers named Eteocles committed a crime against the state, means he tried to assemble some armies and attack that country, Greek Thebes state. But later what happened, the king, he died in a foreign land, and king did not like to bring his dead body in his country, but the sister of Antigone pleaded that no, because it is the natural law, it is not positive law, it is the question of natural law, that crime has gone, crime has died along with the criminal. That's why I would have to bury my brothers, but he restricted is to bring his dead body inside the country. And again she pleaded that due to the cause of positive law, you may prevail, but it is the natural law. God would be angry of you, because a person who is dead, then every his crime fault has been discharged. That's why I have right to have the decent funeral of my brother. And she pleaded against the king. And later what happened, that she was asked to bring dead body of her brother. In this aspect, that criminal law is somehow linked with what? Crime is linked with natural law. Crime is linked with positive law also. Okay, there are facts. And one other thing is that guilty. Okay, so who would declare guilty, or who would convict criminal? It is only third branch of the government is called judiciary, has sole right to criminalize as well as sole right to convict criminal. That's why executive cannot. What the question is that executive administer criminal law, executive implement criminal law, legislature enact criminal law, but this criminal law is to be administered, or criminal justice is to be given by third wing of the government, judiciary. That's why no one can be, it is one of the natural law that no one can be made guilty merely by the executive order. It is not the question of executive order, it is the conviction of the court. That's why in the same way, brother, that criminal law is like that pertaining to crime, I said, and criminal is the most important branch of public law, as I said. And then civil wrong is all. Crime is under domain of the initiation of the state. Boy, never forget, initiation of the state. You just, crime is the question of the state, not of individual, even not community, even a society. But society's power is less than state, because state is organized body, and state has perpetual succession, and state has different government branch. That's why Nepali, you try to understand, crime is under the domain of initiation of the state, means state's law it has broken, and crimes to punish the criminal, which is the initiation of the state. State what? State has different branch of government. Okay, one of the branch government may regulate not only regulate crime, it may give the justice if anything is broken, criminal law is broken. And what is there, that it is sufficient to leave the remedy for certain wrong in the hand of private person for various reason. And Kenny defines mistake, which is the fine amount pardonable by all, anything to be amnesty or king has understood punishable action. तर पनि क्राइममा के छ भन्दा फेरि पछि तपाईले पढ्नुहुन्छ, एउटा रेमिट भन्ने, एउटा रिप्रिभ भन्ने, एउटा पार्डन भन्ने, एउटा प्रेसिडेन्शियल क्लेमेन्सी भन्ने एउटा पढ्नुपर्छ पछि। त्यहाँ चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने राष्ट्रिय अध्यक्षले मन्त्री परिषदको सिफारिसमा कुनै पनि तपाईको चाहिँ दण्ड सजायलाई, एउटा अंग्रेजी शब्द छ, एउटा पार्डन भनेको चाहिँ क्षमा दिन पनि सक्छ, रिप्रिभ भनेको त्यसलाई सजाय कम गर्न पनि सक्छ, कमिट भनेको चाहिँ तपाईको पछाडी सार्न पनि सक्छ, रेमिट गर्न पनि सक्छ भन्ने एउटा चाहिँ के यहाँ यो चाहिँ कमन ल प्रिन्सिपलमा चाहिँ क्राइम्स can be punished, can be pardoned only by king भनेर लेखेर छ। त्यो कमन ल प्रिन्सिपलमा राजासँग चाहिँ त्यो के भन्दा फेरि एउटा चाहिँ रोयल एमनेस्टी भन्ने एउटा हामीले पढ्नु पर्थ्यो क्या। रोयल एमनेस्टी भनेको शाही क्षमादान भन्ने एउटा शब्द हुन्छ। रोयलले चाहिँ जहिले पनि क्षमादान दिन सक्थ्यो भन्ने एउटा कुरा आउँछ। बेलायतमा पनि छ, इट इज वान प्रिन्सिपल। एन्ड देन इज अ फङ्सनरी एब्सेन्ट विदाउट लायबिलिटी। के हुन्छ भने फङ्सन गरेको छ कि छैन, गर्ल यु हेभ टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड वेदर दिस क्रिमिनल ल इज। गरिब देशमा के हुन्छ भन्दा पनि क्रिमिनल ल बनाइन्छ, धेरै ऐनहरू बनाइन्छ, तर कार्यान्वयन इन्फोर्समेन्ट एन्ड इम्प्लिमेन्टेसन एस्पेक्ट भेरी जेरो। देन इफ सम माफियाज टुक द क्रिमिनल ल एट इज ह्यान्ड, देन if it is not well administered well, it is only tossed to the weakest one, not to strongest one, then you don't think that the criminal law is working in the society. It means that your imagination of that it is equally administered to all, irrespective of his his wealth and his economic status would remain zero, and it's vain. It's a vain, because it is the main major thing is the court, power of the court. How court can regulate? Like even FIR, if for against the powerful man, if FIR is not registered, then there would be the immunities to those criminal, those accused. That's why criminal law is what? To establish law and order in the society, criminal law is needed. Criminal law चाहिँ जहिले पनि समाजमा चाहिँ व्यवस्था र शान्ति र व्यवस्था कायम गर्न एउटा क्रिमिनल ल रङ डुअर नै हो सबभन्दा ठुलो कुरो. इभन अरू कोही पनि नछुटोस् भन्छ नि, तर एउटा चाहिँ तर पनि के भने इनोसेन्ट मान्छे चाहिँ नपरोस् भन्छ क्या. नोन अफ द इनोसेन्ट पर्सन should be I mean grinded. And again, that Salmon liabilities for responsibility bond of necessity that exists between wrongdoer and remedy of wrong liabilities may imply state a person has violated, who has violated right, and the liability of person consists in which they must not suffer. It is the ultimate law of the ultimate law, and it is source of the supreme will of the state. The criminal liabilities may not evaded at all. Liabilities arises from wrong of a duty. In case of the criminal remedy, the wrongdoer is under the duty to pay such penalty as such to the agency of the court prescribed. Okay, then चारवटा ऐन छ यहाँ गल तिमीले चाहिँ पढ्नुपर्छ पछि हैन. मैले व्हाट आई हेभ रिटन स्ट्रिक्ट लायबिलिटी कमन ल भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ चारवटा मात्रै स्ट्रिक्ट लायबिलिटी भनेर